so quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. Finding some room in midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
On second down, here's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a first carry from Javonte Brown. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Go on the ball. On the ball.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Allen Bailey in on the stop.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Where you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
They'll run again with Hunt. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Yards. They take him down at the 26. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Green 90. Green 90.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 58 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 22-yard line. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Hitchens in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Allen Bailey in there to get him for sack number 9. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Dalton here from the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's West, and he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Hunt.
Now it's Hunt. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now we give to the up man. That's Sherman. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackle made that time by Chris Baker.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. It doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Second down, Dalton fighting to stay upright. And some room to work. Oh, some strong running. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
On the ball!
Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
368!
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? That's taken in by the rookie, Josh Malone. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's Kevin Huber now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He's going to field this at the 4. Spins past him. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And out come the Chiefs now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And going deep for Hill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
57, you got 59.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Now the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
368.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Hey, get ready for something coming back.
On second down, here's Mixon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now the Bengals on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. From midfield here, Dalton. That was hit, and Dalton lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Chris Conley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And the kick by Butker is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Go, on the ball! On the ball! Hey, get ready for something.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. David Emerson able to bring him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Go, on the ball!
Operating from the gun, Dalton. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. first kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. First down, Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Vigil coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Green 90. Green 90.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Andy Dalton now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Alan Bailey in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From the gun, Dalton. And able to find Green. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Dalton, 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Second and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
On the ball.
To throw on 2nd down. Dalton going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Watkins, the intended receiver. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed?
And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And spins away. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Oh, passing it. Dalton. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there, there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And room there to work it inside the 25. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Go on the ball. On the ball. Side. 368.
All right, here's Dalton. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.